Real quick, I wanted to say thank you to Christian Patterson for introducing me to vaping. It definitely has saved my life. Not only that, I can blow some fat clouds now.
Welcome to the Vape-Out podcast. Today, Kevin and Dan are not with us, and we wish Dan the best and fastest recovery possible. We do have a special guest with us today, Devyn. Say hi.
Hello.
And we will be reviewing the Gladiator by Third Vape Concept, or TCV as you know it. Right away, I do have to say that I completed my box mod that you all were waiting for me to build. I don't know if you were really waiting, but we were talking about it.
With bated breath.
Such orgasm.
I just used a standard Hammond box, and then got a close-up right here of its insides. I used a 60 amp diesel start switch. That's 12 volt, 60 amp rated.
Where else have you seen that switch, Donovan?
Diesels.
And that's a series, right?
Correct, it's in series. So I'm pushing 8.4 volt. It's very scary. Like, I didn't think it was going to be good or
No, going series is definitely
safe
dangerous
at all. I'm actually rocking a 0.6 ohm coil in there right now, which people would think is a little outrageous, but it was something I just whipped together real quick, and it vapes very nicely.
Yeah. Doing series, though, if you're making your own box mod or you're trying to play around with stuff like this, if you go series, you should really know what you're doing and know what your limits are, because it's very easy to make it dangerous when you start going series, because you're pushing double amps.
Double volts.
Double volts.
So ohms calculator is a must on that bad boy. I did try building a 0.25. Don't know why, but I did it just to push it, see what it would do. And you push the button, instant hotspot. Even though my well was overjuiced, the coils got red, and then you hold it down for one more second, boom, fire. So it is unsafe when you do go really low ohms with it. Also, I'm rocking the Fat Daddy 510 connection on there. Got my Doge. The Doge, much wow, much cooling fins.
Such wow.
Such wow, yes.
It came out nice. I like it.
Yep, and it's dual 26650, so I've been vaping it all day, and I just threw it on the charger. And
Dual, huh?
Dual. Show off. And my battery's at 3.9 volts, so kudos to 26650 status. But this guy knows all about that.
Yeah, the 26650s are awesome. I love those things.
How long did you go on yours, by the way?
3 days.
3 full days.
3 full days. It probably could have gone a fourth, but by the third day, I definitely started feeling some drop in the power. But I think it would last 4. 3 is like comfortable. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for VapeCon because I won't have to be worrying about like getting my batteries charged and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Because I heard stories about like ECC where there were dudes like that are just sitting next to a port with their batteries charged and like reading a book or something. Like that sounds like it would suck. You know, you pay money there to go there, and it's all this excitement going on. You have to sit next to a charger.
If you have the battery booth, please have like a big old sign there, you know, so we can see it. Because if your booth is the charge battery booth, you'll probably make a killing. Yeah. Charge people per port of battery charger. Yeah. Absolutely, at any event, 100%. Yeah, that's a good idea, right?
Yeah.
It's like charging people
for parking. Speaking of making money, so Kevin, he went back home, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And he had to make a stop, and he was taking a flight out of Vegas, and he had a delay. So he decided to hang out a little bit, and he went and checked out Yossi Vapes, sent us some pictures and stuff like that. When's the last time you guys went to Vegas?
Long time ago.
Yeah.
5 years ago. Actually, this year when I turned 21.
Oh, yeah? How was that?
It was epic. I turned $200 into $1,400.
Nice. Damn. I always lose money.
Actually, I got very lucky. I was down to my last $20 bill. I threw it in a slot machine and won $400.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, cool, I'm feeling lucky. Then I lost it all again and had like $10 and went to another slot machine. The Wheel of Fortune slot machines do wonders.
I love the Wheel of Fortune slot machines.
Right?
I don't like slot machines. I stick to tables.
I've won 4Gs off a slot machine.
Dang.
Really?
Dang.
Yeah.
I think
I
I
was
won
like
like
4,200 or something like that.
And how quick did you lose it?
I used part of that as my wife's engagement ring, so
Okay.
they went pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's a great way to spend your money, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she liked it. She better have.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Vegas is just different now. Like I remember when I was a kid going there when my parents would take me or something. Like how crazy things used to be. There was always something going on. But the last time I went, it was just kind of dead.
You got to go during tourist season.
Yeah, I guess so.
Straight up, that's when like all the shows are going, all the activities happening outside, all the street performers are out.
It kind of upset me when I saw the pirate show or whatever in front of the hotel.
Treasure Island?
Yeah, because
It's all like strippers now.
yeah, when I was a kid, I remember it used to be like this awesome like swashbuckling pirate thing, and there was explosions, and it was really cool. Now it's literally like 3/4 of it is just strippers.
Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't full of dudes, dude.
Yeah,
Well, I mean-
right? What's up with that?
What's up with that?
For kids, that's great, the pirate show. But who doesn't like seeing strippers?
That's true.
It's just not more kid friendly anymore.
Yeah, I mean it never was, but it's much worse now.
Oh god. Well, it's
Yeah.
Vegas, Sin City.
It's Sin
Gotta love
City.
it.
You go there to gamble and spend money.
Yeah.
I mean,
You mean lose money?
well, spend, lose, whatever. I always go see a show. See a show if you go to Vegas. That's the way to do it.
I did.
I've seen Carrot Top.
Really? How was that?
Fantastic show. Straight up, you don't think it would be, but it was probably one of the best Vegas shows
He's
I've been
fucking
to.
jacked now.
He's hilarious. Straight up, like,
He's huge.
and there's nobody else doing what he does.
Because he's, what does he do?
He looked
prop
really,
comedy?
He looked really small on stage. Though,
Really?
But I was all the way in the back.
Like I remember like seeing a bit that he did with Tosh.0 when Tosh is like rubbing it down with oil or something. That guy is super ripped. You guys never saw that?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like Tosh.0, he was saying something about like his side job is to rub Carrot Top down with oil every day or something. It was just like slow motion camera of him rubbing him down with oil,
Oh god.
Did they
But
play
yeah.
a sexy saxophone song?
something like that. Yeah, but Carrot Top is jacked, man. He's so ripped, which is weird.
That's weird that you're talking about Carrot Top
So
and how ripped he is.
Jealous or something?
Don't judge. I am jelly.
What do you got going on over there, Gary?
Testing out some new cotton. I got some Egyptian cotton. Was it from you?
Yeah.
Yeah, some Egyptian cotton I got from Devyn over here. Never heard of it being used for vaping or anything. It's weird. It almost kind of looks like the padding inside my mattress. It's really weird. It's kind of scared me at first. It's like this big old roll he gave me, or not he gave me,
was a
but let me
roll.
pull some off of, and it's just like weird. It's definitely a weird feeling material.
But you've already seen it. It was
Yeah.
yours.
But I mean, I haven't tried any of it yet. I have my Addy over here done with it. I'm just barely finishing up my tugboat, and I'm going to give that one a toot here in a minute. I just want to get
It
this
does
all-
feel like it came out of a cushion.
All I'm going to say is make sure you juice it really well the first few times because it'll get dry really fast.
It doesn't flow too well.
It does once you get the juice sitting in there.
Okay.
I was vaping it for a while, and I couldn't get over the fact it looked like a dirty couch kitchen.
That's why I love.
But it did work it did work well. So if you're
I-
into like the 100% organic kind of thing,
I loved hemp when we were using that.
Oh my
that stuff.
god!
So
Don't
good.
even get me
It's
started
so
on that.
nasty.
I would love
What?
to get what?
I didn't like the hemp.
when
it was
it was
amazing.
good at first, and then when you go back to regular cotton, I mean the flavor was so much better on the regular cotton.
No.
Yeah, but I
It
mean,
was.
at the time, I had it on the cloud chasing Addy, so I didn't
Yeah.
have flavor anyway.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
I was getting straight flavor with it. I
But
loved.
But if
that
you don't feel like
hemp
rebuilding
flavor.
for a week, man, that's,
Yeah.
hemp's the way to go.
We already heat tested that. We want to heat test this at the end? See
Yeah,
how it
it
works?
we
didn't
tried.
start on fire, so that was cool.
Well, this is still cotton, so it might catch on fire still.
Yeah, I don't want to smell burnt cotton. Burnt hemp is pretty bad.
Burnt hemp was pretty bad.
The only
But
thing
I'd still like to see what this bad boy can handle. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
The only thing about the hemp that I didn't like about it was the aftertaste. I got a really nasty,
Really?
weird tasting aftertaste after. I vaped.
After about 3 days, it went away.
That's a long time to.
I know, but you didn't have to rewick.
I
That's
didn't
what was
get
so
it at
awesome
all.
about it.
I mean, yes and no, I guess, but
But then again, I'm always running these crazy comp builds and super drilled out anything. So
yeah,
this is like the closest thing to a flavor Addy I have. Those are 1/8 inch air holes, and there will never be any more air holes in this.
there will be someday.
There will be someday.
No, that's what my Patriot top cap's for this.
You also had another accident happen with your mod there, Gary. You want to bring that up?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Oh yeah,
I was in the store the other day with my dad at Kmart, And we were in the toy aisle because my stepmom was looking for something for my little sister, and I have my mod stand right here, or not mod stand, mod holder on me. Me and my dad find these foam swords, and we're playing around with them and whatnot, and I'm standing there just minding my own business, and he stabs me in the stomach with it. Made me jump back. Out goes flying my mod with my tugboat on it. Hit the ground so hard. It was locked. It hit the ground so hard, it actually bent the switch, as you can see there. And it made the lock ring skip a thread. So I could not move it. I tried everything. I even had Donovan try something.
It was like cross-threaded and jammed. It was pretty bad.
So we had to use a Dremel and cut it off. But thankfully, because of my silicone switch, I don't ever have to worry about locking it.
Yeah, that's like a 10-pound pole on this Get a Vaping with Gary silicone spring
my
insert.
switch is still crooked as hell and it annoys the crap out of me. But you know what? All in all,
we need to work on the Gary mod trade up.
I know. Well, my buddy...
I don't know how much better you'll do with it now that...
Well, I don't know. My buddy's got that AR clone that he might not want, that chrome one.
Or you could just do Ghetto Vaping with Gary and build a mod.
Sounds dangerous.
But very efficient.
We were saying at some point he's going to make an atomizer out of tin foil and wires he found in his garage.
I did kind of...
He's going to MacGyver that bad boy together.
Ooh, wow, that's like straight flavor.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
That is straight flavor.
Really is.
There is no... I don't have a... There's no break-in or no weird aftertaste.
And that Egyptian cotton isn't just Egyptian cotton. It's like an Egyptian-Italian blend. It's pretty interesting.
So when you're vaping in your Lamborghini...
No, that is actually really nice.
Italian blend cotton.
That's backcountry. But yeah, speaking of
We
building...
can't stop here. This is backcountry.
Yeah. Speaking of quote-unquote building my own Addy, I kind of did that already.
Well, you got Frankenstein one together. I wouldn't call building it.
I didn't design it or put any time into it. Well, I did put time to it. I put like 3 hours into it. But I basically Frankenstein together a tobe, and my friend gave me... Here's the bottom of it. Yes, there's a brass screw sticking out the bottom.
Why did you do that?
That wasn't because of me. That was because his brother makes what he calls a squonk box, where it's a box mod that has a bottle of juice in it with a tube that goes up through the bottom, through the 510.
It's really big in Europe.
It was a really cool idea, but he's like, oh, I'm just going to fill it up with a drywall screw and clip it. Because
why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Just do it.
So yeah, I threw that together. I drilled out the posts to 5/64 and 7/64 on all of it. Broke like 4 bits in the process. And good old Chris Patterson did a nice little 22 gauge parallel for me, and it's vaping real nice. And Donovan supplied me with a new screw because for some reason one side was getting hotter than the other. So he threw a new screw on there.
Total Frankenstein. One
Nice,
screw doesn't look like the other, but you've seen that in that close-up there. Yeah.
One's a brass monkey screw. This one.
Wow.
But now I actually have a place to call home for my copper reducer, so everyone can leave me alone about putting my copper reducer on my tugboat.
I'm happy about that.
He's ecstatic about it. But I still use if I'm using my tugboat for cloud competitions, I still put this on there because of all the massive airflow that comes from it.
I don't know if I would do a cloud comp with a tugboat, though.
I did the last 2 cloud comps with my tugboat.
Maybe we'll get some cloud comp footage later, but Kevin does have the V2 tugboat, and he can rip some clouds off of that stock. Yeah. Didn't drill anything out. He's not using the steam stack for it. It's just...
What's a steam stack?
It's the chuff top tip for the V2 tugboats. They call it the steam stack.
But here's how this...
Pretty nice.
It's clever because it's a tugboat, and tugboats have steam
performs.
Stacks.
It's ridiculous.
Yes.
It's on a somewhat dead battery, mind you, as well. Seems like all my batteries want to die right when we record the podcast.
Something's going on with mine right now.
It's such a horrible problem to have, right?
I'm not animating another battery vampire.
But it produces well. So it exceeds my expectations for being a Frankenstein Addy.
So speaking of mods, we have the Gladiator by Third Vape Concepts. We're very excited to get going on here. This is how they wrap them up when you get them. Just bubble wrap with the serial number on it. Unrevealing of the mod with tape. You got to get around the tape. Then, saran wrap for your pleasure. Awesome. First thing you notice as soon as you unwrap it is solid copper. You have these wicked, wicked deep engravings on there. They're there on top, which will probably help with your atomizer not getting stuck on it in the deep deep engravings on the bottom. The weight's pretty good.
Yeah. I kind of like the heavier mods like that. They just feel like the ones that feel solid.
Yeah.
Initial impressions pulling out of the box, this thing, it looks like a beast, and it's an all-copper mod, so, I mean, I can already expect that it's going to hit very nicely. I love the detail in the decal. It's very well done. The vent holes are nice, the placement of them, so they don't get blocked up by the battery or anything.
Top and bottom, which is very clever to have.
And it's got a locking ring on it, reverse thread locking ring. So if you can see, it's one of the locking rings that kind of separates on its way down. The threads are really smooth. This thing's nice. So when we open it up, that's a real nice, easy hit on the button.
Yeah.
And it's copper contacts throughout, and this is in there.
Ooh, look at that.
So this is a Delrin sleeve, which is made to slip on the inside, and it'll allow you to put an 18650 battery inside of there in case you just don't have any of the 26650s laying around or something. That's a pretty cool little feature. I mean, I don't know why it took so long for these sides mods to start making that. That's pretty brilliant.
I've seen a couple around, but I like the fact that they made it Delrin instead of stainless.
Yeah. Oh, it's usually stainless.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
or
way
some
better.
Kind of other metal.
It's gonna help with the heat
down.
too.
Yep.
Well, Fastech had the black and white Delrin ones for a while there. There was some like $1 something a pop or whatever. But you still got to wait 2 or 3 months to get it.
Yeah.
So.
And it's got the let's see, that's a telescopic floating positive pin. So it's a floating pin and it's adjustable. You can see it up top there.
Got the battery wobble adjustment there.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's very nice. I like being able to telescope the top pin, and the telescoping is nice too because it makes it sit really nice. All Delrin insulated. This is a solid mod. This thing's really nice. I'm actually really impressed with it.
I guess Harold Hernandez had a very big play in this.
From Vape Naked.
Yes, good work. I like the design. I like the way it's built. I like
Excellent.
how solid it is. And
I love the whole theme of it too. That gladiator style. Like if you take a look at the engravings there, it's like Greek lettering and stuff like that. It's very, very cool. So I'm gonna pass it around, let the guys check it out and play with it. Here's the insulator. It was the third vape concept designs were previously only available in the Philippines. This is the first one that's come out for the USA. It's the company's third mod, and it's all copper, seamless tube design, 30 millimeter outer diameter. They come serialized. This one's number 55.
54?
54.
What's say on the bottom? Nothing. We are 54.
54.
54.
Like I said, the reverse locking ring is nice. It's made in the Philippines. The list price on Vape Naked website is from $199.99 to $229.99, which is, for the price point on that thing, that's excellent.
Authentic mod.
It's very rare to find a mod of that quality, authentic, full copper with as solid as a design for any less than that. I doubt you could find something like that, but that thing is impressive.
Check this out.
That's even crazier.
You know, if you do force patinas and you do it very good, I think this would be
sweet.
Just take it up even one more notch. I think it would just be, because there's so much copper there to cover. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to put it together and vape it and see how she does. I got a volt drop meter. We're going to volt drop test it.
I wanted to check it out.
Oh yeah, we'll let Gary check it out first here. I'll get out my battery. We'll start with the 18650 vamped here.
Now, force patining your mod doesn't lose any voltage drop or anything.
No, it's just the outside. So
as long as, because when you're force patining a mod, you're supposed to put Vaseline or petroleum jelly on all the threads.
You're only doing the outside. You're not corroding the threads.
You know what would be cool is if you force patinaed just the engravings.
Just the engravings?
Yeah,
that would be
that'd be really hard to do.
Intricate, yeah.
But that would be really sick.
Let me get this guy over here. So I got my colored tugboat on here. I got a 24 gauge 5 wrap, which I think puts me at a 0.25. I think
somewhere around there.
Yeah. So
I love those mods. Like when I first started getting into vaping.
I like that. That's a very stiff floating pin, so it's not just going to flop out and fall out on you. Kind of got to force it down there.
Yeah, because my Manhattan clone has that problem.
Get a close-up of that right there real quick. And then, so I'm going to throw it in here. Nope. I like to put the batteries in through the bottom. That's just a personal preference of mine. Because then if you do have a little gap in the mod, it's on the bottom, you know, so you're holding it so you don't see it. But it's all preference.
Now, would you want to carry that with you all the time, that sleeve?
Well, if you're running an 18650, it's in the mod, you know what I mean? If you're running
Yeah.
26650, I mean, you can keep it
Plus,
at home.
it's like
or
just
your
carrying a
vape
bottle of
bag.
juice with you and things like that.
Yeah. See, we got a little bit of battery wobble. Now I'm taking the top off.
Which is good. I mean,
I'm contradicting myself right now.
I don't like it to come to where when you throw the battery in, it's all the way down and like perfect there, because that doesn't really leave you much room. Because like some batteries are slightly bigger than others. So let's say you throw one in there and it's a little bit too big. Now you're stuck with a gap.
No one likes gaps.
Yep.
Especially
Mind the
someone as
gap.
OCD as me or
Yeah.
Kevin.
What's that do for
All right,
you?
we got a little bit of gap. Tighten it down. It's got a little gap right there. If you play with it, you'll be able to clean that up real well. But, ooh, that fires right away. That button is real smooth.
Yeah, I like that switch.
Now, mind you, this is stock tugboat airflow on here. Let's make sure I have juice. Don't want to... Nobody needs to hit that delicious cotton flavoring.
Speaking of cotton, Gary knows all about that.
Gary is our expert in the cotton hits.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to
area.
tell us what a cotton head is like an Egyptian cotton.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Let's
man.
do it. Do it.
Nah, not right now. We'll do it later so that he's
It's
not
actually
ruined
not
for the
that
rest
bad.
of the.
So, I got this on here. And just out of like feel and experience, this does hit very, very hard, actually. I am thoroughly impressed with that.
I like that switch.
My only thing is with copper mods like that, especially because it's like such a clean copper look, you can't find too many addies that'll match that.
They don't even
in that
make a
size.
big 26650 copper addy that would
Yeah, they
fit
do.
that.
They make 30 mil addies.
I mean, I'm sure you've
I've seen a couple come in and out
I'm
of
talking
here.
about a nice copper one though.
All right, so I got the volt drop meter on here. Ooh, wow. It's fully charged battery. 4.14. All right. I'm going to throw the addy on here. 3.44 with a 0.25, right? 3.41. So let's do the math real quick. 3.41 and 4.08.
That drained pretty quick.
Yeah.
Of course, you got a vamped in there.
It's
though.
a vamped, yeah. You got the math? I'm horrible at that math thing.
It's a little bit.
So 3.41 to 4.0. So you're looking at a 0.6
Yeah.
volt drop with a 0.2 ohm build in it. That's up there with the big dogs. I mean, that's
That's up there. That's actually the same volt drop as my Stingray X.
That's legit. And you're straight to battery contact on that, aren't you?
Nope.
You're not?
Floating.
That is
floating
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And you
I
know,
like that little.
I'll pass this around, but I mean, together with the 18650, I mean, it's not. I mean, 18650. Yeah, that's right. It's not that heavy at all. It's actually pretty light with the. Yeah, you can pull that off
that's not
there.
bad.
We don't share tips here.
Nope. I learned
Just
my
a
lesson
tip.
from that.
Damn it. That's the problem with Jeffs.
Jeff guy over here.
I do notice that this battery is because a lot of the issues I see with 26650 size is the button kind of shifts back and forth. This one's solid no matter where you push it,
Yeah.
so I don't see any kind of hang up issues or anything
Yeah, I
like
didn't
that.
notice it wobbling back and forth
Like the
or anything like
4.9.
that. Yeah,
That does hit immediately. It's really nice.
very nice.
Gary approved right there. I
Gary
like that.
approved.
That is a hard hitting mod.
So you didn't bring a standard 510 drip tip with you, so I'm
have
sorry.
chuffs.
You have chuffs. Chuffs don't fit on the V1 tugboat bag.
You could put a different Addy on there.
All right, and then now we're gonna rock with a fully charged purple E-Fest, which, my opinion, I'm loving the purple E-Fest. That's 35 amp E-Fest.
Only one?
Only one.
Ryan's got 4.
All right, we got the gap in there again. Just for the sake of time, I'm not gonna get rid of the battery
Yeah.
wobble, but you can clean it up and make it look really good. Straight up with that purple E-Fest 26650, it's noticeably hits harder.
Yeah. How's the weight on that compared to the 18650?
I mean, it's there. I mean, you can tell it's a
still not too
26650
bad, though.
battery in there, but it's solid. Again, I like a real solid mod.
No, that's almost the same weight as this.
I don't believe you.
Ow!
There's no way. This is like carrying around a backpack full of books.
Okay, rig.
Yeah, check it out.
I still think my rig weighs more.
The rigs are heavy as hell.
Yeah, that is pretty heavy. But yeah, I think this does weigh less than the rig actually.
That's
The weight's very good.
It's an excellent mod.
Here, let me get this out of there. Check it out. I think it hits harder. But that's
Have
in
you
my
reduced
opinion.
it?
No, it might
It's
be
an easy build.
easy.
Yeah, it does hit a little bit harder.
Looks like it's producing a lot better too.
From what I've gathered here with pulling it out and testing out, I'm pretty sure 99% of all atomizers are going to fit on there. It looks
hit
like
hurt.
you can super sub ohm on it. What's the lowest build we have here?
0.08.
0.07.
0.07. Who's got that?
Me.
On the Mutant X.
You actually have a 0.07.
Do you want to see if we get a hot button real quick?
Sure.
Let's do it.
This should be interesting.
So,
Honestly,
they're a
though,
competition mod, so it should be able to handle it.
yeah,
We don't suggest vaping at 0.06 at all, ever.
or 0.07.
Or a 0.07.
Or a 0.08
Safe
or a
vaping,
0.09.
Ohm's Law, keeping the limits of your battery here. We're doing this as professionals.
I am a professional. You know what though? First impressions, I would give this thing a 10 out of 10. I'm thoroughly impressed with it.
For mods and the price you're going to pay for it compared to other super high-end mods that are going to be in its class, I myself would give it a 10 out of 10.
Ryan,
Hands
is that your
down.
mutation?
Yes.
Cool, I have my specially made chuff cap to fit it.
Oh,
Okay.
snap.
Was this a 6 or a 3?
Three.
This is a 3. All right, I'll throw the 3 on there. Because you will have to rejuice this. 'cause
So,
this thing's-
good job, TVC, Third Vape Concepts. You guys pulled it out here. I personally like this Gladiator better
Damn.
than the Trace Evo, but that's in my opinion. I like how it's solid copper all the way through. And someone's clouding up over here with this mod. What do you think of that?
looking for a hot button. Nothing.
Nothing. Let me check this out.
You're going to have to redrip.
We got the Juice Hog over here. Juice?
It's right
Juice.
there.
I got it. It's right here. He gave it to me.
Yeah, I am thoroughly impressed with this mod.
So I'm hitting it here. I got my tip on there.
Sounds like you took some pretty fat rips off of that.
Yeah.
Wow, comp addy, comp mod. I'm not getting a hot switch at all. Not
Yeah.
one bit. Woo. You said you got a chuff top. You care if he rips on it over here?
Yeah, go for it.
Rip on that real quick. Juice. I don't know if I'm a fan of that flavor though. That's
it's-
personal opinion there.
Yeah, I'm not.
I tasted some cherry in there.
I'm
I'm
not
not a
too
fan of the
crazy
cherry.
about it.
Yeah, juice me up, Donovan.
Got you, bro. That's what Vape Fam's all about. The juice. Awesome, right?
Wow.
That thing mod rips.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Cloud comps. I think this would qualify as a single 18650 mod
Yeah.
As long as you pop it open.
or a
and prove it.
26650. I would rock that in a cloud comp all day.
Hell yeah, and that button is real nice.
Yeah, real smooth. All right, there's your Addy back. And stay tuned. Later on, we're going to tell you how you could possibly win this mod. Keep an eye out for that.
What?
Yeah,
Yep.
big stuff. Big stuff.
Big stuff happening.
Hell yeah.
So we're done with the mod review. Absolutely, I give it a 10 out of 10.
That thing's fantastic.
What are you guys' thoughts on this beast over here?
10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Just about, dude. That thing is beautiful.
that is a very, very nice mod.
Those vent holes are genius.
Yeah, I like the vent holes for sure. I mean, they're there, and it doesn't really affect with the design at all. So because it looks like it's part of it, which is awesome.
So, Devyn, how did you get into vaping, man?
Well,
Like, what did you used to smoke?
I did used to smoke. I used to smoke 2 packs a day, and I used to drink 4 monsters a day.
Okay, so trying to kill yourself. Cool.
Pretty much. I was in college and working. I was out of the house 20 hours a day.
Now, did you start with one of the little like twistable pen size ones, or did you go straight to dripping?
I had my first few times that I tried to quit smoking. I did have a 777 e-cig pen that I got from like a smoke shop or whatever, and it just wasn't cutting it. So I went back to smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Then I met my buddy named Patterson, or Christian Patterson. He was on your guys' podcast.
The sample box guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sample box guy. And so I kind kind of met Patterson up one day, and he had his vape. I was like, yo, dude, what is that cool machine-a-majigging right there you got? And he's like, it's my vape. And I was like, well, what does it do? He's like, watch. And he blew a fat-ass cloud, and I was like, I'm in love. He's like, all right, dude, well, here. It's going to hit pretty damn hard. Just don't choke and die. It's like, all right, dude, I can handle it. I smoke. I thought I was cool. So I took a fat hit of it, and I died.
He was on 12, Nick, though, wasn't he?
24.
Ooh, dripping. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
Drip 24.
Get nicked out real quick. Oh,
that seems to be the story with a lot of people is like they'll try the little e-cigs or the cig-likes and things like that and just go right back to smoking. And it's pretty much like you see someone blow a cloud for the first time and your instant reaction is, what is that? I need to know everything about it and I want one.
Yes.
Exactly. So I pretty much said, all right, so what do I got to do to get one? How do I make this work?
Yeah. What was your first mechanical mod?
My first mechanical mod was a copper Stingray.
Nice.
Yeah, it was like, the black and copper.
I started off on a K101.
A what? I'm kidding. But, yeah, so I got one of those, and I got myself this sweet little Patriot that I bought, too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Authentic or the clone action?
It was clone action.
Nice.
I had no money for it back in the day.
You got to start somewhere, see if you're into it or not.
I'd say most people start with clones just because, like, if you're not into it, it's kind of a lot of money to dump on authentics.
It is.
It was. And the thing was, he was like, I'm not going to build you some crappy vape. So my first vape was a .08.
Nice.
Started dripping on that, and I was like,
What do you do for, like, a day-to-day vape now?
it's either a .09 to a .06.
Okay. So you're like Gary. Gary's the same way.
Yeah.
On any given day, he's got like a .04.
You're not blowing batteries?
Nope.
Not
Dude,
yet,
that
at least.
intense vape got me rocking, bro. That Gladiator?
Nope, I have not once blown a battery or vent one. Knock on wood, wherever there's
So has vaping helped you in a hole to quit smoking? How long have you been not smoking?
I've been not smoking for a year now.
Nice.
That's awesome.
It's longer than me.
Congrats on that. Right
Thank you.
there. That's awesome.
And at first, it was very, very hard because I was like vaping, and I was just like, this isn't cutting it. So I vaped more and more and more. But I only had a battery to last me, so I had to.
Ooh, just one?
Yeah.
Especially on like a .08 build. Now, did you ever try flavor chasing or anything like that, or was it because you pretty much got started cloud chasing because of Christian? You do some flavor chasing?
They're just straight clouds all the time.
Straight clouds all the time.
Yeah.
I can't really do flavor.
Have you ever had like a flavor addy?
A what?
Flavor addy?
A what?
Got it. So, what are you vaping on now? I mean, what kind of devices you got here?
I have my rig with my special edition Doge Holy Grail Addy. It's phenomenal.
It doesn't look like there's any more clone action here, huh?
No, sir.
Yeah, that's what he's rocking there. Look at
Took
this.
me-
That's cloud chasing to the
Eventually,
max.
everyone upgrades to an authentic when they can because it's a lot better.
It took me quite a while to do it, but I am pretty happy about it.
Yeah.
And I see you got on board with the box mod life.
I did.
Yes.
That is a very awesome
box mod life. Oh, what's that? Another chuff tip, Devin. Way to go.
Stuff is
Now,
live.
you said custom chuff tip. That was like a Tobe chuff tip, right?
Yeah, just
You
one
just
of
kind of
those
dremeled it
random
out,
ones.
made it fit the mutation.
Yeah, pretty much like right here, this O-ring stereo wouldn't fit on the mutation because the mutation is slightly smaller.
Yeah.
So I just took a buffing wheel to it and buffed it down to the point where I could sit it on there.
Pretty
With no
sweet.
O-ring.
The struggle's real.
Hell yeah.
Struggle's real.
That's a chuff tip.
You got any questions for him, Gary?
What's your favorite build to do?
I've had quite a few different range of builds that I really like doing. Like for my box mod per se, right now, I'm running a 22 gauge 4 wrap around a 7/64 drill bit. That's like optimal for my box mod. But if we come over here to my neck mods, this is actually a 22 gauge parallel 3 wrap around a 3/32 drill bit or a 1.8 millimeter screwdriver.
Now, do you still have your Stingray?
I don't.
Traded it
Yeah.
for what?
A Tree Life clone.
Oh,
I remember that. I remember seeing that.
Yes.
Glad
Unless
you
you
got
have
out of that
a real
one,
one,
too.
that's a downgrade right there. Like, honestly, the real ones are amazing, but the clone...
are they? I don't know anything about them.
The clone was terrible.
Dude, the real ones are fantastic.
So-
Those
are
things
they?
hit hard.
Yeah.
So if you could pick one device to have, your dream device, what would that be?
Gladiator.
Gladiator is pretty damn great. Like honestly, hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, if you
But-
could pick any one device that you would love to have,
any one
what would
device
it
you
be?
would love to
Well, if that was
have.
in series, I'd totally love it. I'm kidding.
You're asking to blow some stuff up.
Like my face.
4 batteries in series. Yeah.
But
Might as well hook up to car battery.
honestly, I've seen a lot of mods come and go in a days, and by far my favorite right now, and my absolute dream device that I actually got my hands on, is this rig.
Yeah.
It's stellar. 4-pound trigger or button, as people call it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Switch.
Potato.
It's got a nice hefty feel to it. You guys probably heard it.
Oh yeah, I love my
those
rig
things are
mod,
nice.
dude. Mine stays in a drawer because I cherish it.
God, these things
do I.
are so
Yeah.
heavy.
They're massive.
And they rip. Oh my goodness.
What is it, like a quarter-inch
going
thick
on
copper
here?
all the way around?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
what's going on there? I
23
probably need a new
millimeter.
O-ring and it's not sitting
Yeah.
flush.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
So
That's
bad.
awesome.
I love the finish on those too because it's a really bright copper polish on it.
It's also
Yeah.
brushed copper too.
Yeah. Did you
Slightly.
do anything for that, or do you just kind of keep it clean? Did it come like that?
I've polished it one time since I've got it. I've had it for about a month.
I was gonna say these things do patina. My buddy has one
Yeah.
of them, and it's brown.
This
I would
be
not patina
mirror.
that.
This would be like mirror copper if you polished it.
Yeah, I would not patina that just because it's too nice of a finish.
It's gorgeous, dude. Like,
Yeah.
If you patina, you're gonna
awesome.
lose that engraving
pretty
because
much
of how
flawless.
thin
That's
or
legit.
how shallow the engravings are on it.
what, on the rig?
Yeah, they're pretty shallow compared.
I don't
to
think you'd
some.
lose it too badly, but because it's a darker engraving, yeah, you might lose it in the patina.
I wouldn't want to patina it.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
So do you guys
like-
want to see that Egyptian cop?
Oh yeah,
Egyptian?
let's get a cotton hit on Egyptian cotton and see what that does.
Get ready for the intense stink.
Say that. Gotta say it.
Say it. Say it.
good.
Yo, can I take a hit of that dry?
Really?
If you really want to,
Hell yeah, dude.
Did you guys?
You don't mind if I use your
That, you know what? Though?
I don't care as
You
long as you don't got like
Hypergonosyphilitis?
yeah.
We don't
Don't gotta worry
suggest
about that.
sharing.
Just from
fruit
looking
tips.
at you, that doesn't seem as bad as cotton.
That's worse.
Not
Worse, really?
Go
That's
ahead,
dry
hit
as
it
hell.
if
I'm
you want.
not doing it.
It's dry as hell, and
I'm
honestly,
sorry. This smell.
It's like a dry burn
The
compared to
smell
like
is
cotton. It's like
ridiculous.
drier than it.
Well, kudos for you for finding the vape life, man, and quitting the smoking game. That's awesome. Dabs again.
Thank you.
That's very cool. You guys have anything else to add, real quick?
Hot spots.
Oh, hell no.
Like, comment, subscribe. The Gladiator. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. So, if you want a chance to win this Gladiator, you got to tune into our next episode to figure out how. Thank you for tuning in to the Vape-Out podcast. Vapor's gonna vape.
This is the part where we all take a hit and then blow it out the camera.
Okay.
You relate, but that's okay.